Hey everyone, welcome back to The Dish. Shifting gears just a little bit. Now you or someone you know could be dealing with serious personal injury and you might have some questions. Well, we're getting a lesson in law today. Joining me on set is Mr. Sam Nicholson from Nicholson Revell Law. How you doing?
Good, good.
I love going through this with you. I feel like it's very informative and people that are watching be going through a particular situation. They might have questions.
Right.
They might feel nervous to call, and before they call, they might want some information. So you're going to help us out.
Sure.
Giving us a lesson in law, I like to say. I want to focus on serious personal injury. Can you just define that for me before we get into details?
Well, personal injury takes in a lot of different areas, such as an automobile collision. It basically deals with someone who's been injured as a result of the wrongdoing or negligence of someone else.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to be an intentional wrongdoing. It could just be something that someone should have reasonably been able to foresee that would have caused somebody to be injured.
Absolutely.
And so that's what really personal injury is about. The serious personal injury comes in where the word serious comes in where someone is hurt very seriously, more than just a backache or whiplash or something like that. This is where someone maybe, unfortunately, may die, or they may suffer a brain injury or some type of paralysis or lose an arm or leg. So that's kind of a general observation as to what personal injury is.
And I know you were going to kind of touch on this. You got into automobile accident. I know that there's different types, different ways the serious personal injury or personal injury can happen.
Right.
Go over those types and what they look like.
Well, the main one is automobile collisions. People hear a lot about that. Person gets hurt in a wreck, they file a claim, and there's insurance is involved there, automobile liability insurance, basically. Then you have medical malpractice. You have nursing home negligence or neglect. You have products liability. You have something called toxic torts, where a person is exposed to some type of chemical in the atmosphere, and they get injured as a result of it. So a lot of different things that come under the area or the term personal injury.
Right. Well, and I know that there have been lots of cases, and obviously there's a lot of different types of personal injury. Can you go over maybe what some of those cases look like? So if somebody says, oh, well, I am actually going through that right now. Can you?
Well, it gets down to a person's common sense. If somebody has been injured seriously and hurt real bad, and they have accumulated a lot of medical bills that they can't pay for, then they look back and say, well, you know, this shouldn't have happened. This shouldn't have, something went wrong here. And I need to talk to a lawyer about it. And a lot of times clients will come in and then you ask them and say, well, who do you really have a complaint against? And they'll tell you about it. And they've kind of got it figured out somewhat before they come in. A lot of times that happens a lot in the medical malpractice arena, where somebody has just been done wrong and they come out with a bad result. But medical malpractice is very difficult because you've got to show that something. The
proof of it.
You've got to show that somebody did something wrong, or they didn't do something they should have done.
That should have done.
Yeah.
And so, what are the victims' rights? They
have a right to bring a claim against the wrongdoer. They have a right to recover for their medical expenses, their lost wages, and pain and suffering, which a lot of people don't realize. That covers a broad area.
The after effects.
Yes, right. You know, the physical pain you have, the mental suffering you have, your loss of your ability to work, anxiety, fright, worry about being hurt, and just your interference with everyday living, that kind of thing. That comes under pain and suffering. A lot of people don't realize that, but it's real. Pain is real.
Absolutely.
People don't.
It is real.
Think about that. It's subjective, but it's real.
It is real. Sam, thank you so much for giving us a little lesson in law. And if you have any questions about a case like this or any other case that you might be dealing with, you can go to nicholsonrevell.com for more information or call them up. Thank you so much, Sam.
Thank you.
All right, guys, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we have our dish deal. Don't miss it. We'll be right back.